if you are a bride of 2026 or even 27, congratulations. Or if you're someone who would be getting married and you don't know all the things that went to have a successful wedding, as in enjoyable, but at the same time, you had everything planned out, then this is the video for you. Me and my husband, our wedding anniversary 1 year, and as I was reflecting on all the things that went in us preparing for the D-Day, I thought, why not make a video? Because when I was going through, there were a lot of things in social media as in short form video, but there wasn't anything in long form video where anyone can explain you how to prepare yourself well and plan out everything. Second thing is, this would be one of the massive project that you would be doing along with your partner, along with both side of the family. It's, as I call it, it's a very big project planning. And if you live abroad anywhere else, or in your native country, then it becomes 10 times more harder because you are not there physically present to see what's going on. The best you can do is delegate few things. So I have written down everything here. So when you know that you want to get married, first thing that I would do is lock a date. In our religion, we consider a pandit to give us a very auspicious day that we could get married. And while considering the dates and the pandit, finalize a season or a month that you want to get married. We were living in UK even then, me and my partner, but we wanted to have a wedding in India so that it is easier for our family and friends to travel. So while we were figuring out, okay, the destination is as a country is India, it's narrowed down the weather because it also depends upon which part of India you want to get married and how the weather is. So we went to a family pundit and he gave us a list of the dates. We finalized a date which resonated with us, and it also aligned with the holidays that we wanted to take because we both were working. So once you have booked the date, I think now everything else gets sorted. At least you can now book the venue, you can book the vendors also. You can give the save the date digital print to few of your intimate family members. As in said, in any wedding, to plan your priorities straight away. So for us, the number one priority was photography because that is something captures that moment and you would be coming back to it again and again. Shout out to my friends who recommended this. Second was the food because everyone comes to the wedding for the food, at least the Indian wedding. Luckily, we got something in our family itself, so we opted for that. The third one, which was important for us, enjoy the time with the people that are coming because essentially it's like your multi universe coming to your universe, celebrating you, and they are there for you. So, why not spend as much time as you can? 12 months in advance. This is the time when you should be looking at the region where you want to get married. It could be something which is closer to both sides of your family, or it could be inspired by a certain region that was part of your story. For us, it was Jaipur. Basically, that's where we met. So I wanted to have a wedding that resembled, and that's when I was looking for a fort or a palace or a resort. There are other things like you can have a wedding which has a seaside in the background, and the Goa and other south part of the India would be wonderful there. And then there are other weddings where you want mountains to be captured. Also align at this time the budget that you are willing to spend minimum when it consider your different vendors, destination, place, decor, and photographers. So you can have a rough estimate of that. Most of the venues now they come with their own vendors as in decor and everything. So you can book one of those packages, or if you're like a type A person like me and you want to do everything on your own, then you can book a venue, and along with that you can then look for different vendor. Yeah, so while looking for the venue, I would say also draft roughly the number of guests that you think could be a good count for your wedding. It could range somewhere, like if you want to have an intimate wedding, why not go for the 30 each? Or if you want to have a large, the number can go up till 400 or 500 too. For us, we wanted to keep a very intimate wedding, so we ultimately went with a 60-60 each. Have a guest list, have a different venue that you want to look for, and at the same time, start contacting those venue management team and see what fits for you, what doesn't. And once your venue is decided, then comes down to the number of days that you want to book that venue. And again, it boils down to number of the events that you would like to have. But at least in Hindu culture, we usually start with Mendi, Haldi, Sangeet, thereafter the big wedding. So yeah, I would suggest book that straightforward. And also another tip that I would give here is try to keep most of your events in one place so that it is easier for your guest to navigate between different events and also take a little rest, because it could be really hectic having one after another events. So if everything is happening in the one place, you have everyone here so everyone can enjoy rather than stuck in the traffic. Most of the venue nowadays, if they are good and if they are the one who are doing back-to-back weddings, they give you wedding planner on hand. Wedding planner would be someone who would be taking a lot of headaches and nitty-gritty from both of you, because you would be planning everything, and he or she would be the person who would be from the start of your planning till the end date. So it would be good to have a wedding planner. For us, we went with a wedding planner that came up with the venue itself. I feel whenever you're planning anything from outside and not there physically, this is something good to have. But again, it depends upon your budget. If you think there is someone in, as in your sibling or your friend or your family, who could do this job. So for me, it was a combination of our decor vendor who were doing most of the wedding planner and my sister who came on. So once you have booked the venue, you know the number of the events that you're gonna happen. Now comes the time where I will say you should go ahead and start creating the mood board. Those mood board can be inspired by different parts of your life, your story, what brings you together, how the different cultures are. You can create a mood board for each and every events, because mood board is not only for the decor or for the vendors or for your outfit, but it also something that deeply resembles you and your thoughts process. So once you have the wedding planner or your mood board, you can go ahead and start looking for it. So for me, I created a mood board inspired by our story. So for Mendi, I went with all Rajasthani decor was like that, even our outfit was around it. For Haldi, I decided to do a South Indian inspired, because I spent around 15 years in South India, though born in Delhi. So we went with the classic silk sari and South Indian wedding. And when it comes to Sangeet, my partner, he's from Mumbai, so I wanted to keep something Bollywood inspired, and everyone was wearing Bollywood characters too, their favorite celebrities and such things, sparkling. And for the wedding, we wanted to keep something which reflects royalty, as in you see those Maharaja or Maharani getting ready. I want to also do the traditional wedding, as in the trends comes and go, but these are the things that you would look further. So yeah, plan it very well. Our wedding planner, he also suggested to have a event called as carnival, where it could act as an icebreaker for all our guests and the family. It involves a lot of games, so that was also one of the events that happened. Between 8 months to 5 months, I would say start preparing your save the date, either it's digital or something which you want to give, like a physical card. So that's what we did. We went with the digital one as well. That's when we share everyone, so everyone can book their tickets and such things in advance and prepare themselves too. And this is when we also gave a mood board of each event, so they can prepare themselves. Not 100%ly that they need to do it, but if there is something that they have it that inspired the mood board, then yeah, why not wear it. And this is also the time when you would like to go and look out for the makeup, hair artist. Usually makeup artists, they already have their hair stylish and everything. And think about the makeup that you would like to do. I wanted to have a natural one, and that's when I went through different profile on Instagram. One of my friends recommended them as well. Usually they're also someone who are booked in advance. I would say look for locally, even when you're doing a destination wedding, because sometimes it gets so difficult if your makeup artist doesn't arrive on time. And I've heard so many stories from my friend, so that's what I did. My wedding location was in Lonavala, and the nearest city was Pune or Mumbai. I started looking into both the cities, and then got to know about a famous artist. Because for my Mehndi artist who did my Mehndi, and she did a very wonderful figures on my hand, she traveled from Bangalore. There were some issues and she got delayed. A very good trip. Book local artists, local vendors who can easily arrive even if certain things happening in the world like how it is happening now. And once you're 6 months into it, I would say this is a time when you can make a trip to India, go and explore different markets, keep your mood board and see what you like as an outfit. And it is good to buy something well in advance, or while you know that you would be also losing weight eventually, but you don't do that much. So while you're choosing the outfit, also choose the jewelries and everything that goes within. Most of the shops, or even the designer shops, they have everything in packet, so they know that if you're selecting, let's say, lehenga, you would also need jewelry, or you also need certain things. So these all things comes well in one packet. Because I had a mood board very well along with me. I knew what kind of outfit I want to buy, where to look for. Everyone travels to Delhi to buy their outfit, which I get it. It has a lot of different markets and you get everything, but it is not necessarily for you to travel to Delhi. If you live any other cities to look for your wedding, you can have a very good outfits or good shops, or gift designers also in your city. Just look around, find it. And this is also the time when you can go ahead and start doing personal care. So go for your facial, go for all the things that you would need in order to prep in advance. I think your makeup artist or someone would tell you to start preparing your skin. And when it comes to the 2 months or to 2 weeks advance, this is when you would be going to your dream destination. That's when you can prep the welcome kit. Also talk to your wedding planner. What's the goal? What's the logistic? They would be taking care of most of the things, but if you want to take care of few things, you can do that and delegate as much as you can. So in terms of the delegation, everyone wanted to be part of the wedding, to contribute somehow, and that's when we started delegating a few things. So one of our family member, they took care of all the food and everything for the 2 months in advance. I would say whoever is your wedding planner, they will create a WhatsApp group, will communicate with them, finalize the guest list, how it looks. One thing that I did was actually shared an app called Celebrate. In this way, if anyone is capturing any moment of your wedding, and no one needs to ask each another phone. They can easily upload all the photos in that using the link that you provide, and all those photos will be visible to anyone who was part of your wedding. So easy way to upload the photos. Tip that I would say is, I also got to know this from Instagram. Wish I could know who gave this advice, but pack your outfit, your jewelries, your accessories, everything as per your event. So you can easily open it that without opening everything, and then this way you're also a little sorted. Also, do not get ready in your room, at least in your bride room, because so many things happen, so many people needs you. So I will always suggest you to get ready, either book another room for you and your makeup artist, or go to your makeup artist room and get ready. So that way at least you will have some little time for getting ready ahead of the event. Just after the wedding, give at least a day or two, a book somewhere which is like nearby your destination, or somewhere where you can simply rest and rejuvenate and come back more strongly. You need that bit to relax and reflect, because it could be really back to back events for those 2 to 3 days, and you would be on top of your game. As a result, it was quite less hectic for me, and it was such a calming wedding. I had moments throughout my wedding where I was sitting with each of the individual who was part of the wedding, chit chatting with them, and though the events were happening one after another, but I was able to give time to everyone and at the same time be present in each event. Wasn't exhausted. There would be still few things that you had to tackle on that day. At least with these tips and this list, it will be not that overwhelming for you. You can tackle it as and then hydrate yourself as much as you can. Alright, so these are all the things I would say. At least it will give you an overview of all the things that happens. And yeah, do let me know if you have any more comments or any queries. I'll be happy to answer that.